Okay, well, I was just going to ask you if by any chance the First Lady is a distant relative of a pirate.
Somebody call?
Boston Globe?
CJ, talk to CJ. He got called by the Globe about Captain Feathersworth.
Is this for real?
The Globe?
Because the Globe got a call from Marion Cotesworth-Haye of Marblehead, who has denounced Mrs. Bartlett's membership in the DAR. I'm sorry, is it okay if I laugh a couple of times during this?
Well, Marion Cotesworth-Haye of Marblehead, certainly.
Yeah. Anyway, to be a member of the DAR, you have to have descended directly
From doilies?
From patriots. And Mrs. Cotesworth-Haye says that the First Lady's qualifying ancestor is Thomas Broom Weathergill, a pirate.
He wasn't a pirate. He was a privateer.
He was a professional pirate.
Yeah, but he worked for us, and he was hired by the fathers of the Daughters of the American Revolution.
Okay, should we tell that to the DAR lady?
It's not our job to tell things to Mrs. Marblehead.
Cotesworth-Haye, and I couldn't agree more, but she's organizing a boycott of the White House reception for the DAR, and that's why the Boston Globe was calling.
He was a privateer. He wasn't a pirate.
Right. Also, it was a couple of hundred years ago, wasn't it?
All right, I think it's time for a visit to the First Lady's office.
For both of us?
Yeah?
You know, I was this close to not answering that phone when it rang.
Close wasn't good enough, was it?
No, I'm just telling you that if this day ends up with me face-to-face with Marion Cotesworth-Haye, I'm gonna, you know...
Laugh inappropriately?
There's a very real possibility.
Let's go.
Amy, we have a problem for your office.
No, you can't, because it's my first day and already Mrs. Bartlett has me overthrowing the government.
The legitimacy of her membership in the DAR is being questioned because the qualifying relative was a pirate.
A pirate.
A pirate, a pirate. Oh, yes, a pirate he.
A privateer, actually.
Isn't that just a hired pirate?
Yeah. Anyway, Helena Hodworth Hooter of Braintree wants to organize a boycott of the reception, and, well, there it is. Yes, Mrs. Bartlett descends from quite the murderous band of ruffians, and her membership in the DAR is suspect on those grounds, or so believes the Boston Globe. She's coming right now.
I got a message saying I should meet you both here.
Yes, we think we solved your problem.
Which problem?
Marion Cotesworth-Haye of Marblehead.
Who's organizing a boycott of the reception?
Yes.
How big a problem is it?
Not a problem at all, because we have her here.
Here in the White House?
Here in the mural room.
I thought she lives in Marblehead.
Turns out she came to Washington.
To boycott the reception?
What do you care? Just go in and talk it through, and if you feel like that isn't working, tell her the First Lady wants to give her an award tonight.
I make up an award.
Save yourself a headache.
Am I being hazed? Is this a hazing? Because I'll go along and everything, but I have to see Josh again.
It's not a hazing. They don't do that. Except, yes, you put olives in my jacket again.
I did put olives in his jacket, but this is on the level.
Okay.
Hang on.
What?
I gotta make sure I don't laugh.
Oh, God.
It's a funny name to me, that's all. Just give me a second. Hang on. Okay. Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
I'm C.J. Cregg. My assistant spoke to you on the phone.
Yes.
Mrs. Cotesworth-Haye, I'm C.J. Cregg. I'm the White House press secretary. This is Will Bailey, our deputy communications director, and this is Amelia Gardner, who's the First Lady's chief of staff, and this is her first day, as a matter of fact. We're so happy that you were able to take the time to come over so we could talk this through.
I'm Marion Cotesworth-Haye.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of this thing that just happened with the deficit. I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Excuse me, please. Is this a hazing?
I swear it's not hazing. It's real. It's real. I just laughed because of the name. You gotta fix it.
Ma'am?
This is my secretary, Mr. Thomas.
Good to meet you. Ma'am, the First Lady was saddened to see that you weren't going to be attending the reception tonight.
She was saddened? That doesn't sound like Abigail.
Well, the problem is, and you weren't to be told beforehand, but Mrs. Bartlett, during the presentation of honors this evening, was to personally present you with an award.
I hadn't heard about this.
She likes to keep it a surprise for the faces, the surprise.
May I ask what the award is for?
It's for your many years of service.
Is this a Liberty Award?
No. It's a key. Francis Scott key. It's the Francis Scott key.
Well, that is a different fox hunt altogether, isn't it?
Yes. You'll be there?
I will strongly consider it, yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know what happened? I didn't have my game face on.
Yes.
Anyway, problem solved.
Excuse me.